May our Father, Messiah, and Holy Spirit rule this book of Malachi. A pronouncement, the word of our Father in heaven to Israel through Malachi. I have shown you love, said our Father in heaven, but you ask, how have you shown us love? After all, declares our Father in heaven, Esau is Jacob's brother, yet I have accepted Jacob and have rejected Esau. I have made his hills a desolation, his territory a home for beasts of the desert. If Edom thinks through, though crushed, we can build the ruins again. Thus said our Father in heaven of hosts, they may build, but I will tear down, and so they shall be known as the region of wickedness, the people damned forever of our Father in heaven. Your eyes shall behold it, and you shall declare it. And you shall declare, great is our Father in heaven beyond the borders of Israel. A son shall honor his father, and a slave his master. Should reverence his master. Now if I am a father, where is the honor due me? And if I am a master, where is the reverence due me? Facts, said our Father in heaven opposed to you. This is why it says in Ecclesiastes, probably I just jumped over fast because that bookmark here. The wisdom, summary of all his wisdom, of all his labor, and he came to this. The sum of the matter, when all is said and done, revere Elohim and observe his commands. That revere is respect, basically. So respect our Father in heaven and observe his commands. For this applies to all mankind, that Elohim will call every creature to account for everything unknown, be it good or bad. The sum of the matter, when all is said and done, is respect Elohim and observe his commandments. For this applies to all mankind. So just understand that right there, legend, or whoever else is watching this, and then to take it back to right here. I mean, now if I'm a father, where's the honor due to me? Where's his respect? And if I'm a master, where's the respect due to me? Reverence due to me? You've got to show our Father, the Son, and the Spirit respect and obey his commandments. It's as simple as that. Love everybody as yourself. You know, Messiah turned the volume up. Love everybody as he loved those. You know what I'm saying? And then it's really simple for real. But said our Father in heaven opposed to you. I mean, O priests who scorn my name, but you ask, how have we scorned your name? You offer defiled food on my altar, but you ask, how have we defiled you? By saying the table of our Father in heaven can be treated with scorn. When you present a blind animal for sacrifice, it doesn't matter. When you present a lame or sick one, it doesn't matter. Just offer it to your governor. Will he accept you? Will he show you favor? Said our Father in heaven of hosts, and now implore the favor of Elohim. Will he be gracious to us? This is what you have done. Will he accept any of you? Our Father in heaven of hosts has said, if only you would lock my doors and not kindle fire on my altar to no purpose. I take no pleasure in you, said our Father in heaven of hosts. Said our Father in heaven of hosts, and I will accept no offering from you. For from where the sun rises to where it sets, my name is honored among the nations. And everywhere it says impure oblation are offered to my name, for my name is honored among the nations. Said our Father in heaven of hosts, but you profane it when you say the table of our Father in heaven is devoured, and the meat, the food can be treated with scorn. You say, oh, what a bother, and so you degrade it. Said our Father in heaven of hosts, and you bring the stolen, the lame, and the sick, and you offer such an oblation. Will I accept it from you? Said our Father in heaven. A curse on the cheat who has an unblemished male in his flock, but for its vow sacrifices a blemished animal to our Father in heaven. For I am a great king, said our Father in heaven of hosts, and my name is revered among the nations. And now, O priest, this charge is for you, unless you obey, unless you lay it to heart and do honor to my name. Said our Father in heaven of hosts, I will send a curse and turn your blessings into curses. Indeed, I have turned them into curses because you do not lay it to heart. I will put your seed under a ban, and I will strew dung upon your faces, the dung of your festal sacrifices, and you shall be carried out to its heap. Know then that I have sent this charge to you, that my covenant with Levi may endure, said our Father in heaven of hosts. I had with him a covenant of life and well-being, which I gave to him, and of reverence which he showed me. For he stood in awe of my name. Proper rulings were in his mouth, and nothing perverse was on his lips. He served me with complete loyalty, and held the many back from iniquity. For the lips of a priest guard knowledge, and men's rulings from his mouth. For he is a messenger of our Father in heaven. But you have turned away from that course. You have made that many stumble. You have made the many stumble through your rulings. You have corrupted the covenant of the Levites, said our Father in heaven of hosts, and I in turn have made you despicable and vile in the eyes of all the people, because you disregard my ways and show partiality in your rulings. Have we not all one Father? Did not one Elohim create us? Why do we break faith with one another, profaning the covenant of our fathers? Yehuda has broken faith, abhorrent things have been done in Israel and in Jerusalem, for Yehuda has profaned what is holy to our Father in heaven. What he desires and expound daughters, what he desires and expound daughters of alien mighty ones. May our Father in heaven lead to him who does this, no descendants. Dwelling in the tent of Jacob, and presenting offerings to our Father in heaven of hosts, and this you do as well. You cover the altars of our Father in heaven with tears, weeping and moaning, so that he refused to regard the oblation any more and to accept what you offer. But you ask, because of what? Because our Father in heaven is a witness between you and the wife of your youth, with whom you have broken faith, though she is your partner and covenanted spouse. Did not the one make all, so that all remaining life breath is his? And what does that one seek but godly folk? So be careful of your life breath, and let no one break faith with the wife of his youth. For I detest divorce, said our Father in heaven. The only is Bria, and covering oneself with lawlessness, as with a garment. Said our Father in heaven of hosts, so be careful of your life breath, and do not act treacherously. You have wearied our Father in heaven with your talk, but you ask, by what have we wearied him? By saying, are we all who do evil are good in the sight of our Father in heaven, and in them he delights? Or else, where is the limb of justice? Behold, I am sending my messenger to clear the way before me. And our Father in heaven, whom you seek, shall come to his temple. Suddenly, as for the angel of the covenant that you desire, he is already coming. But who can endure the day of his coming? And who can hold out when he appears? For he is like a smelter's fire, and like fuller's lye, L-Y-E, lie. He shall act like a smelter and a purger of silver, and he shall purify the descendants of Levi and refine them like gold and silver, so that they shall present offerings of righteousness. Then the offerings of Judah and Jerusalem shall be pleasing to our Father in heaven, as in the days of yore and in the years of old. But first I will step forward to contend against you, and I will act as a relentless accuser against those who have no fear of me, who practice sorcery, who commit adultery, who swear falsely, cheat laborers of their hire, and who subvert the cause of the widow, orphan, and stranger, said our Father in heaven of hosts. For I am my Father in heaven, I have not changed, and you are the children of Jacob. You have not ceased to be from the very days of your fathers. You have turned away from my laws and have not observed them. Turn back to me, and I will turn back to you, said our Father in heaven of hosts. But you ask, how shall we turn back? All men to defraud. All men to defraud, Elohim. Yet you are defrauding me, and you ask, how have we been defrauding you? In tithe and contribution. Contribution to the priesthood of grain, oil, and wine. You are suffering under a curse, yet you go on defrauding me, the whole nation of you. Bring the full tithe into the storehouse, public storehouse, and let there be food in my house, and thus put me to the test. Said our Father in heaven of hosts, I will surely open the floodgates of the sky for you, and pour down blessings on you, and I will banish the locusts, devour the locusts from you, so that they will not destroy the yield of your soil, and your vines in the field shall no longer miscarry. Said our Father in heaven of hosts, and all the nations shall I count you happy, for you shall be the most desired of lands. Said our Father in heaven of hosts, you have spoken hard words against me. Said our Father in heaven, what you asked, what have we been saying among ourselves against you? You have said, it is useless to serve Elohim. What have we gained by keeping his charge and walking in abject awe of our Father in heaven of hosts? And so we account the arrogant happy. They have indeed done evil and endured. They have indeed dared Elohim and escaped. In this vein have those who revere our Father in heaven been talking to one another. Our Father in heaven has heard and noted it, and a scroll of remembrance has been written at his behest concerning those who revere our Father in heaven and esteem his name. And on the day that I am preparing, said our Father in heaven of hosts, they shall be my treasured possession. I will be tender toward them as a man is tender toward a son who ministers to him. And you shall come to see the difference between the righteous and the wicked, between him who has served our Father in heaven and him who has not served him. It's going to be obvious. We don't even got to talk about it. For lo, that day is at hand, burning like an oven. All the arrogant and all the doers of evil shall be straw. In the day that is coming, said our Father in heaven of hosts, shall burn them to ashes, and leave of them neither stock nor boast. But for you who revere my name, a son of victory shall rise to bring healing. With healing in the folds of its garments, you shall go forth and stamp like stall-fed calves, and you shall trample the wicked to a pulp, for they shall be dust beneath your feet on the day that I am preparing, said our Father in heaven of hosts. Amen. Let's go. Be mindful of the teaching of my servant Moshe, whom I charged that are read with laws and rules for all years for you. That's what I was talking to my wife about. If you only can get access to the first 4 books, Legend, or anybody else watching this, it's like after that, it's just stories, prophecy, future revelations. That's great information. But listen to this right here. Be mindful of the teaching of my servant Moshe. If all you have is the teachings that he gave to Moshe, you can make it to the kingdom of heaven just by obeying his laws, statutes, and teachings. Amen. Whom I charged, it talks about fasting in there. It talks about many things up there in the first 5 books, man. You know, specifically the first 4, when we get to the Moshe and the laws and the covenants, and all that stuff, being obedient. It's just beautiful. Be mindful of the teaching of my servant Moshe, whom I charge that are read with laws and rules for all Israel. Lo, I will send the prophet Eliyahu to you before the coming of the awesome, fearful day of our Father in heaven. And we have Eliyahu here right now. He shall reconcile parents with children and children with their parents, so that when I come, I do not strike the whole land with utter destruction. Only 1/3 of us are going to make it. Lo, I will send the prophet Eliyahu to you before the coming of the awesome, fearful day of our Father in heaven. May our Father, Messiah, and Holy Spirit be with us on the last set of books, the writings. That begin as Psalms. Father willing, the next time we read. This is a blessing. I didn't think I'd get through all of this that fast. To be honest, this is actually pretty amazing. It's probably one of the fastest times I've gotten through like just that many books. So I'll praise our Father, the Son, and the Spirit. May our Father, the Son, and the Spirit be with us. I love you. May our Father, the Son, and the Spirit be with us. Amen.